We had stories and we bought them, knowing full well they were never going to run, George said. One after another, the AMI employees used the same phrase to describe this practice of purchasing a story in order to bury it. It was an old term in the tabloid industry, catch and kill. Hello everyone, my name is Cherie, and welcome to Vlogmas, Day 26. As promised, I am going to do a review on Ronan Farrow's Catch and Kill. I'm going to start out with a little story. A few years ago, I moved to Hollywood for about a year, and I was living just about 3 or 4 blocks away from the Dolby Theater. The Dolby Theater is where the Academy Awards take place. Now, it is inside of a mall called the Hollywood Highland Mall or Hollywood Highland Shopping Center, because it's on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Highland Avenue. Now, when you enter the mall, you walk through a replica from the movie Intolerance called The Gates of Babylon. And on the floor is this mosaic, this path that you follow that is the road to Hollywood. So you can go around and read people's stories as you're following this path. So you're following this road to Hollywood, reading everyone's little stories, and it winds its way around and then up to this little platform where you have this perfect view of the Hollywood sign, perfect photo op, and at the end is this concrete couch, chaise lounge, if you want to get technical, but it's basically like a Hollywood casting couch. And it's like, this is how some people got here. And so at the end of the road, you've got this casting couch. And I just thought, what a weird thing for Hollywood to be like celebrating, when you hear it, like those were stories from the old days, right? And right? So this was October 2016 when I moved there. 1 month later, the Electoral College put Donald Trump in the White House, even after stories of him grabbing women without their permission, saying he could do anything to them just because he was famous. We allowed this to happen. It was a very shocking day for everyone when it was announced that Donald Trump would be in the White House. Around that time, Ronan Farrow had started an investigation into the abuse of actresses by the producer Harvey Weinstein. And what is put in this book, Catch and Kill, is the journey that Ronan took in order to get that story out. It took a year. It took until the fall of 2017 before the story was released. And that was due in large part to the fact that people weren't allowing him to release this story. Ronan worked at NBC as an on-air, correspondent, and he had a bunch of women going on record about the assaults they had suffered under Harvey Weinstein way back in the early months of 2017. The network kept telling Ronan, no, you gotta get more facts, you need more support on the story, you don't have enough here, it's not really a story. He kept hearing that, and he kept bringing him more information, and he had studied law himself. He knew that he had something that could go on air, that there were no problems with his reporting. NBC kept saying there were. So eventually Ronan had to take his story to a print publication, The New Yorker, and they were the ones that ran the story. So when the story was finally released, it took down Harvey Weinstein and his company Miramax, and then you noticed a pattern of other powerful men falling getting fired from their jobs for similar abuses. And Ronan Farrow received a Pulitzer Prize for this reporting. And it's, it was kind of shocking because it was out there and people knew about it, but no one did anything. And so this book, Catch and Kill, explains all the little things that happened during his journey to getting this story published. And the big takeaway I had from it was that people have things on other people. And so basically what you find out is that Harvey Weinstein had dirt on Matt Lauer, who was NBC's golden child, news reporter. And so he held that over their heads, saying he was going to release that information if they ran with the story. Now, knowing that, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. I am recording this on December 26th, 2019. And last week, Donald Trump was impeached. And now he's supposed to get a trial in the Senate. And the Senate is run by Republicans, which are his party. And Mitch McConnell especially is pretty much making clear that it's a non-starter, like nothing's going to happen. He's not going to have to pay for his crimes, basically. And it's like, why is everyone so supporting Trump? I think Trump has stuff on them, especially Mitch McConnell, the same way that Harvey Weinstein had stuff on Matt Lauer. And I can't prove this, but it just seems like the only way that this would be possible. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But back to Ronan's book, Catch and Kill, which I have to return to the library today. It was a great read, and I could not wait to get home and just continue on with the story. I've been very busy working overtime and stuff, and then uploading vlogs daily, but I was just like, I can't wait to continue reading the book. So it's definitely a page turner. The only fault that I found in it was there were some sentences that kind of jumped around. Like, he was talking about one thing and then he'd insert one thing and then you're like, wait, where am I? And then you kind of go back. But that was basically the only little problem I found. And that's something that could be just, fixed in when it's republished. Ronan, if you need help with that, I'm here for you. So I feel like this story is just as powerful as All the President's Men, Spotlight. Both of those were turned into Hollywood films that I believe won Best Picture. I'll put the answer here. I'll double check it. And I believe they both won Oscars for Best Adapted Screenplays as well. Put the answer here. I think that this would make a great movie. Now, will Hollywood make a movie about its own indiscretions? Yeah, of course they will. If it'll make money, they're going to do it. So I really hope in the future that this gets made into a movie. It's just fantastic. And Ronan did a great job. I cannot wait to see what he does next. So yeah, anyway, that is my book review. I definitely recommend the book. It's wonderful, timely, it makes you think, and it's written in an easy to read manner. And yeah, great book. Definitely go out and read Catch and Kill. Oh, and one thing I almost forgot to mention. As soon as the story was put out, the Hollywood Highland Center removed the couch from their art installation.